Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I will start present on our group case study about Perodua. Before that, I would like to introduce my other team members, Nur Shanazliza binti Tahrim, Nur Azma binti Rosli, and Nur Hamizah binti Muhammad Suhaimi. Okay, before I go further our presentation, I would like to share why we choose Perodua as our group case study. Malaysia automobile industry is now expanding quickly. According to Sufyan 2016, it has been acknowledged as a significant industry in the manufacturing sector. So our government has designed the automotive sector as one of the key business that can accelerate the industrial process and help government to reach status of a developed country by the year of 2020. So it shows that Malaysian economy today heavily depends on the car industry. So this sector makes a significant economic contribution to our economy. But as the COVID-19 pandemic spread all around the world, it affected the entire world and causing all the business that normally operate to change due to lockdown put in the place in order to stop the economic from spreading. The economic growth is in this situation is slowing down. The automobile industry continues to be the most negatively impacted due to its extensive development and tightly linked to the global supply chain. So when the crisis worsened and lockdown was imposed, millions of people all around the nation quickly began to lose their employment as business come to the halt. Okay, so that automobile business owner must conduct some research in order to deal with the situation, and it revealed that every market participant in the automotive sector must develop a few strategic plans in order to boost their market positioning throughout the difficult period. So our presentation will consist of company background, vision and mission, objective and goal, products, shareholders, issue identification, analysis and evaluation, recommendation and also conclusion. So as for the company background, perusahaan otomobil kedua Sdn Bhd, which is Perodua, is a private limited company established in 1993 as the second national car company after Proton in order to serve Malaysia needs for quality budget-friendly comfort vehicle. Perodua comprehensive portfolio include vehicle manufacturing, research and development, sale, after sale, body and paint repair, and used vehicle. Okay, Perodua headquarters are located in Sungai Choh Rawang, consists of a corporate building, manufacturing facilities, research and development facilities, spare parts center, training center, and childcare facilities. Okay, as for the vision, Perodua vision statement state that they want to be the most preferred automotive brand, renowned for product and services of excellent quality, which contribute to the development of the nation. As for the mission of Perodua is to conduct all its operation with professionalism, to utilize available technologies and resources with efficiency, resilience in the face of adversity, customer satisfaction and stakeholder benefit optimization, and dedication to social responsibility to the community, the environment, and the development of skilled labor, distinctive product, and desire to glorify the name of Perodua. There are 6 objectives of Perodua, which are to introduce an economical and fuel-saver car, to minimize the safety aspect of Perodua, third, to have a knowledge of technological and industrial ability within automobile industry, fourth, to deliver automobile industries preparation and manufacturing industries, and fifth, to strengthen the manufacturer competitive of Perodua industry, and lastly, they aims at the profitability, and quality service delivered. The goals that have been set up by Perodua are keeping product on track, help to improve the productivity of the manufacturing operation, to develop a workforce, for example, recruiting, hiring, and training, having competent and qualified employees with basic automobile skill and knowledge, and finally, conducting special youth hiring programs, create and train in-house. As for the shareholders, as we can see from the chart, there are 7 of them who own Perodua ownership, and as of this date, UMW Holding Berhad is the biggest shareholder in Perodua with holding a 38% share, followed by MBM Resource and Daihatsu Motor with a 20% share each. So I think that's all from me. Let's move to the next presenter. Thank you.
Next, I will proceed with issue identification, where in the first half of 2022, the total industry volume (TIV) registered 331,386 units, which indicated a 33% increase from 249,178 units compared to the same period in 2021. The Malaysian Automotive Association also forecast the TIV for 2022 will reach more than 600,000 units. Before the COVID-19 pandemic, Perodua was able to position itself as number one in the market share with 127,343 units sold from January 2022 to June 2022. However, there are some challenges faced by Perodua to maintain its reputation as the market leader in Malaysia post-COVID. The issues include backlog orders, competition on electric vehicles, and OPR increase by Bank Negara Malaysia. First, we look at backlog orders. Thus far, Perodua's outstanding order for a new car total more than 200,000 units from the sales tax exemption that ends on 30th June 2022. The previous Finance Minister Tengku Datuk Sri Zafrul Abdul Aziz announced the extension of the car sales tax incentive in Budget 2022 is to encourage vehicle owners to boost local economic growth and drive the automotive industry development momentum. Perodua assures that they will meet the deadline by 31st March 2023 with the current production capacity of 28,000 units per month. However, there might be some challenges for Perodua to complete the task due to the shortages of semiconductor chips and disruption of the supply chain. The semiconductor chip shortage not only affected locally but also globally. This will raise customer doubt whether Perodua will be able to deliver their cars before the deadline or not to enjoy the tax holiday. So, due to the uncertainties of Malaysian economic condition post-COVID as well as political condition, raw material costs have increased as a result of ringgit depreciation. In addition, the lack of skilled worker from the younger generation, because they prefer to work in the gig economy sector, also might delay in manufacturing the vehicles. Therefore, if Perodua is unable to meet the backlog orders for customers who are expected to enjoy the tax holiday, there might be a possibility of car price increasing. It will also cause customer dissatisfaction with Perodua. At the same time, will tarnish its reputation for not being able to fulfill the commitment. Secondly, the competition in hybrid or electric vehicles. The automotive industry has grown to be one of the most important industry in the world, including in Asia in terms of economic, research and development. To improve the safety of both passenger and pedestrian, more innovative components have increasingly been introduced on vehicles. Furthermore, vehicles have become a necessity in life to facilitate movement from one place to another by allowing us to move comfortably and quickly. However, the increase in number of vehicles on the road resulted in dramatic increase in air pollution levels, especially in the urban areas. Therefore, much awareness of air pollution and sustainable energy by the NGOs has contributed to many automotive manufacturing producing hybrid and electric cars. As for Perodua, they are still in the R&D stage, involving the first 300 subscribers of its limited model of Activa Hybrid. Compared to other automotive manufacturers, they have started to sell and take bookings for their hybrid and electric cars. According to Perodua President and Chief Executive Officer, Datuk Zainal Abidin Ahmad, if Perodua wants to venture into electric vehicle market, it will be a pure EV rather than plug-in hybrid EV. However, through market and customer research as well as change in driving habits are required for Perodua to venture into the EV market. A strategic plan has to be made starting now if Perodua wants to venture into the EV market in the future, especially on its price range because Perodua is known as an affordable car manufacturer in Malaysia. Okay, number 3, we look into the increase of overnight policy rate of OPR and inflation. So historically, increases in the OPR have been connected to a fewer car loan approval. Between February 2009 and February 2010, the OPR was at 2% and the average approval rate for auto loan was 60%. The average approval rate fell to 51% when the OPR was elevated to 3% between May 2011 and June 2014. This year alone, Bank Negara Malaysia has raised OPR rate 4 times from a historic low of 1.75% to 2.75%, with a 0.2% rise each time in May, July, September and November this year. Although the constant rise has been extensively expected by the market, Bank Negara Malaysia is nowhere near finished and intends to continue raising the OPR next year until it reaches a balance rate of 3.25 to 5%. Indirectly, to reduce inflation in the economy, Bank Negara Malaysia is predicted to continue optimizing its monetary policy setting. Therefore, the increased OPR related increase the higher purchase interest rate, which makes car loan more expensive for customer. And this might lead to lower approval rate for higher purchase loan, and bank will more selective about higher purchase approval. Besides the increase in OPR, the rising inflation rate also weakened the ringgit value, increasing the raw material price. As a result of rising costs in raw material and supply chain disruption, new vehicle prices are expected to rise by 5 to 10% according to the industry player.
I will continue the presentation to discuss about the analysis and evaluations of Perodua company case study. For this part, we have chosen a SWOT and also a PESEL as a method of analysis for this company case study. First, let's look at a SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis, as we know, a method used to assist an individual or organization with recognize what are their strengths and weaknesses, what are the opportunities that they have, and what are the threats they need to face regarding their business. A SWOT analysis can be done on a product, location, industry, or individual itself. It includes indicate the goal of business and recognize what are the internal and external factors that give positive or negative impact to them to accomplish their goals. First, let's look at what are the Perodua company's strengths. The first one, Perodua is a second largest automobile manufacturer. it has made some progress in terms of adding new features to the vehicles and employing over 1,000 people to manufacture their product, that making them Malaysia's second largest automobile manufacturer after the Proton brand. It also create a unique and different features for small car, and also work hard and invest heavily in research and development to meet the needs and preferences of car buyer. The next one is Perodua, listed among largest small car manufacturers in Asia. Even though Perodua now produce car in all segments, their focus still remains on the production of small car. This has been demonstrated by expertise and high customer demand in the small car market. It also produce small car in a low cost, which is a good value for money, and with design specification that meet the need of Asian citizen. The next strength of Perodua is a low-cost leader in Asia. It has successfully embedded a low-cost automotive mentality in their workforce, that making them more committed, more energetic about making Perodua the lowest cost automotive manufacturer in Asia. Other than that, the price of the car offer is quite affordable to 80% of Malaysian citizens. Next is Perodua also established a reputation as a manufacturer of high quality brand vehicle by creating a collaborations with one of the Japanese companies, which is Toyota, a well-known brand that covers all international market worldwide, that giving the Perodua opportunity to project a Japanese image. The design produced by them, especially the production of small car, are acceptable to the Malaysian citizen because they meet the needs of the public. Last but not least, Perodua is one of the economical safe fuel that researchers have proven. This could be due to the engine's ability to use the less energy. For example, Perodua MyV car, which is have a greater economic benefit due to a lower fuel consumption when compared to other cars that can travel 100 kilometers on 4.4 liters of fuel. Now, let's look at what are Perodua main weaknesses. The first one, Perodua are over-dependent on the domestic market and have a poor brand image in the international market. Perodua is overly focused on the Malaysian domestic market, which is limit its current reach. It no longer survive and grow with a government assistance, where Malaysia right now have a population about 33 million people, but not all Malaysians choose Perodua as their target brands. In addition to that, it has shown that Perodua has a poor brand image in the international market. The next weaknesses are low standard of safety. Even though the products that has been produced by the Perodua are unique and attractive, they fail to pay attention to their safety features. The cockpit area, which is the interior design may not be the compact and does not meet the safety specifications, contribute to the low standards of safety. Based on the Perodua website review, there were several complaints about the steering wheels that are set too close to the dashboard and the lack of telescopic adjustment. The driver well-being is not really concerned on Perodua, and also the sound speaker constantly causes a problem. In a conclusion, the Perodua brand is a low quality when we compare to other brands that produce a small car. The last weaknesses are Perodua is really heavily on Toyota for any type upgrade. It means that Perodua is too dependency on Toyota, be it design or otherwise. Furthermore, Perodua car have a very limited reach in the global market because they do not have a large scope to compete. When compared to world-famous cars such as Mercedes and others, Perodua has a long way to go, particularly in terms of quality. What are the opportunities that Perodua have in a automobile markets? Let's look at the first opportunity, which is a market expansions. Because Perodua home markets are becoming saturated, they should look for newer market where they can market their vehicles more aggressively. Perodua should establish branches in strategic locations and based on the needs of specific locations. Sometimes rural area do not seem to be drawn to a new practice and thus do not fully support any new products, even if they are for their own benefit. As a result, the respective franchise should focus on handling and introducing a diverse range of products in response to customer demand and support. As a result, competition among the companies would be reduced because this allows to customer preferences. The next opportunities that Perodua have is a fuel efficient design model. As a fuel price rise, people will prefer smaller car, which will benefit Perodua itself. The fuel efficiency aspect must be examined more closely to increase the brand's opportunity. To meet the needs of the public, Perodua should produce small car with improved fuel efficiency and advanced technology due to the rising cost of fuel. Small car can help them save a lot of money. The next opportunity that Perodua have is they should give more attention on their service quality. Customer service is always an important factor in the success of a company. So to have a successful business, customer service must be excellent. Better opportunities in this field may arise if the company can produce good salespersons, people who can interact and communicate with customer. The last opportunity is a collaboration with a government. Perodua also can collaborate with the government on the Buy Malaysian Product campaign and boost their marketing strategy through social media and reflecting the car's value and quality in the advertisement which match market demands and expectation. This will help Perodua increase sales and also their profit margin. Last but not least, let's look at what are the threats that Perodua company need to face. First, higher competition in the Asian car market itself is a main threat the Perodua will face. In Malaysia, Perodua is the second largest manufacturer following by Proton. And then Perodua has become a threat to Perodua because both companies manufacture in the same product in the same industry. Aside from Proton, Suzuki and Toyota itself also their competitors because they sell similar types of vehicle in the same industry. So if other company release a new model that is more powerful and creative, Perodua total sales will suffer, which will affect the company performance. For example, Proton brands have better investment capabilities and can outperform Perodua in terms of R&D investment. So many people are more interested in purchasing Proton car. The next threat is economic situations and currency depreciations. All automobile manufacturers will experiencing lower sales because of the current economic situations. During that time, Perodua production was drastically reduced, negatively impacting the performance of the global automotive industry. In addition of that, the government also will lose a lot of money because of policy and shareholder. Perodua also will be impacted by the ringgit depreciation because the company import in dollars and yen. In the long run, they may need drastically reduce their cost to compete with the depreciations. Last but not least, Perodua need to face with the upgrade of the public transport. The upgrade of the public transport has become a threat to a Perodua sales. Malaysia now has a good public transportation features with improved in terms of the technology. So Malaysian citizens will have more practical option including LRT and MRT and also the bus route that fulfill the standard of safety rather than driving the compact car which will threaten their life. Now let's look at a parcel analysis of the Perodua company. Parcel analysis help to demonstrate how various the external factor can impact their business and also help to identify a potential problem in the future. As a result, Perodua company can figure out how to solve the problems. Parcel analysis have 6 factors, which is a political, economic, social, technological, legal and also environmental factors. Let's discuss one by one the factors falls under the parcel analysis. The first factor is a political. In order to promote a healthy business environment, the Perodua collaborate to Malaysian custom legislation, tax system, rule enforcement and other regulations to ensure that all the rules and regulations that have been set are fully met. Other than that, Perodua is also encouraged by the Malaysian political force to practice good ethic by complying with the Goods and Services Tax GST implementation and social responsibility to the public. The next factors is economic factors that discuss about the external and the internal economic condition that influence the consumer purchasing power and also the consumer behavior. External economic factors such as global economic slowdown, falling crude oil, and also the Malaysian ringgit weaknesses against world currencies such as the US dollar. While the implementation of the Goods and Services Tax GST and rising living costs are the examples of internal factors. Even though Perodua has led the same ranking for the past 10 years because the country is facing weak economic conditions, many consumers still prefer to buy Perodua car because they are more affordable, durable and fuel efficient. The third factors are social factors, where the Perodua marketers learns the most from researching human population or market characteristics such as size, growth, locations, age and so on. Perodua also conducted ongoing research and analysis of the latest demographic progress in its market in order to strategize, assess how it should influence the demand for its products. Other than that, consumer buying tendency are also the Perodua main concern as interest changes according to the age structure. For example, the increased numbers of family members requires the purchase of MPVs such as Perodua Alza. Furthermore, geographic population movement such as city people has resulted in hours of traffic jam, so compact car and fuel efficient car like Perodua Myvi and Perodua Viva are in high demand. In addition, professional and middle income workers, particularly men, prefer stylish and sporty such as Perodua Azia. The next factor is a technological, where has advanced dramatically over the years and as a product become more innovative. So Perodua must find way to deal with the risk of product in order to transition to a more urban, safer and also faster models. Perodua now produced the Perodua Azia in 2014, which is an energy efficient vehicle, eco-driving. Perodua also constantly aware of proton technological development and the introduction of new product in order to provide customer with the best product selection possible. As a result of producing output at the lowest possible cost, customer can purchase Perodua products at the competitive price. The next factors is legal factors, where the issue of copyright affect the automotive industry as well. Certain aspects of a car such as its branding or shape may be protected by copyright, trademark or potential law. Legal conflict in the automotive industry is uncommon, but they do occur. So because of that, Perodua has acted by registering the trademark on each of their vehicle to ensure that they are well protected. Last but not least is environmental factors. Environmental factors are mandatory requirements, and while consumption cannot be reduced at any cost, the Perodua Research and Development Department should find alternative in the way it process raw materials and the increased cost of energy, either by replacing with a compatible substitute or by improve the mechanism in developing the products. Perodua also must aware of environmental pollutions. If Perodua does not take environmental factors seriously, it will create a doubt among consumers about the environmental concerns and negatively impact its reputation in global conference. So, next I will pass to my friends to continue with the next part. Thank you.
Analysis of Perodua. SWOT and PESTA analysis can help by explaining why the strategy taken is working well or not working well to overcome the issues by examining the company's strength in relation to its weaknesses. Here are 3 recommendations by our group for Perodua to improve in future. Number 1 is to increase and improve production capacity. Perodua must increase its production capacity to fulfill backlog orders before March 2023. Some option Perodua can explore is to increase the number of work shifts, whereby the company can increase production capacity in increasing the amount of time available to produce a new car. In addition, Perodua also can encourage employees to work extra hours by implementing overtime pay. Alternatively, Perodua can also use a shift-based operation to increase production capacity by ensuring that the machine run longest by different group of employees. Perodua can increase production capacity also by outsourcing work to contract manufacturer to help fulfill the short-term demand. Besides being able to speed up production capacity, outsourcing production will open up more opportunities for manufacturers to create more job demand. Perodua also can adopt lean manufacturing practice to ensure that manufacturing operation operates as effectively as possible, eliminating various types of waste that can occur in a manufacturing facilities. As a result, all inputs are directed towards ensuring the machines and employees are producing more product. Perodua can increase the effectiveness of its equipment by taking on proactive machine maintenance that guarantee its equipment is always in excellent condition. As a result, there is a less machine breakdown to disrupt production, and Perodua can marginally increase production capacity by maximizing the overall equipment effectiveness. Lastly, Perodua can always invest in a new manufacturing plant if its budget allows it to increase its output. This may be more feasible when the existing manufacturing plant is already operating at full capacity but still falls short of its capacity requirement. Number 2, we look to expand Perodua Fleet program to individual customer. In 2021, Perodua introduced its in-house fleet program called Easy Mobi, a new vehicle subscription service designed to help business in managing their fleet of vehicles, from procurement to servicing and fleet replacement. Easy Mobi in general reflects Perodua's value contribution to its customer growing constant support and encouragement. Under one subscription plan, the overall program contains vehicle registration, insurance renewal, maintenance expenses, part replacement costs, courtesy car, vehicle disposal and replacement. However, for the time being, the program will be available only for business and government agency in Klang Valley only. Perodua should start to expand the Easy Mobi program to individual customers so that the service value proposition provides end-to-end convenience to its customer with various packages available to meet each customer transportation needs. The Perodua Fleet program is also another initiative that the company can take as encouragement for the customer to own a car for those who are not qualified for loan approval. With a constant rise of OPR and inflation lately, there is a chance that the higher purchase approval rate by the financial institute might drop next year. Therefore, Perodua should start to market and promote its fleet management system, especially for individual customer, because it has already received attention from them. This is due to the convenience for customer to manage their car, especially maintenance schedule and insurance renewal. And lastly, we look at introducing a compact car with impressive standard equipment specification and environmentally friendly technology. In most countries, all automobile manufacturers compete fiercely. Tit-for-tat pricing, advertising campaign, and product development keep on the cutting edge of innovation and profitability. Margin pressure is high and rivalry is fierce. This intense rivalry exists in all major automotive producing nations. This includes the United States, Japan, Italy, France, UK, Germany, China, India, and others. State-owned car manufacturers such as Perodua in Malaysia, face less competition but are still under pressure from imports. Group to develop a hybrid vehicle capable of running on both petrol and electricity, as well as other special projects focusing on technology development. This program aimed to advance technology to the level of their global competitors by developing an alternative vehicle for the future that will provide customers with less fuel consumption, lower emission, and uncompromised performance. Maintaining its position as a market leader in the automotive industry, Perodua should expedite the research and development of the Perodua Ativa hybrid, as this could attract a wider market segment as an affordable hybrid car in Malaysia. Moreover, Perodua also needs to clear up backlog orders as soon as possible to prevent additional backlog orders. Perodua also needs to postpone any new model or new facelift model launching for time being until they are able to resolve backlog orders. Creating and implementing strategies are indeed essential for Perodua management. Nothing more fundamentally affects Perodua's ultimate achievement or failure than how effectively its management team demonstrate the company's plan of action, develop competitively strategic plan move, and seek what must be accomplished internally to create quality day in, day out strategic planning and operating competence. That's all from our group. Thank you.